Hey guys, it's Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay, you guys, I'm back with part 2. And real quick, people keep asking me still about this mirror. It's hilarious. The reason I have this mirror, and one thing I decided is I'm going to use my fancy mirror that I blinged all this out. And also, I'm not going to do this. I guess this really blinds people. So sorry about that, you guys. I didn't realize it was blinding people. But I use the mirror to stay in, so I can look at my camera. And I can make sure I'm in frame. Because I don't have that little flip out so you can look at yourself. So I have no idea if I'm in frame or not. And this helps me so I don't have to keep getting up out of my chair all the time to see if I'm in frame. So here we go. So as you can see, I finished up my vintagey, shabby, chic planner. It's very vintage. It's very shabby. It's a little shabby chic. It's kind of a mixture of all three. So as you can see, I went ahead and I collaged together, I would say, all those pieces of fabric that I sewed together. Okay, that's all these pieces. I put them all, I went ahead and hot glued them all on. Then what I did though after that is I went in with the embellishing. So, you know, I went in and I put in pieces here and here, some trims. Here and here. I took pieces of the cheesecloth and I just hot glued it in. I took pieces of the other cheesecloth that I got from Dollar Tree, hot glued that in. I threw in some buttons. I threw in buttons over here, more trims. This kind of trim you can get actually at Dollar Tree. And this is Dollar Tree's bling trim. Right here, more trims here. This is a little bit and piece left over from a doily. I threw that right there with a little button. Another little doily piece. It's a little leftover piece. A lot of people throw them away, but I keep all my little bits and pieces for projects like this. And then that is from a local Dollar Tree. It's not a Dollar Tree. It's from a local dollar store that we have here in Vegas. It's just a generic one. I absolutely love it for certain things like bling pieces and things like that. So, and then this trim right here is some stuff that I got in California. So I just wanted to show you, I put all this trim in here. This was that flower, I call it the Chrissy Crosser flower, and I put a bling piece right here on there. And this is a little, I don't know if you guys can see it. See if I can show you guys closer up. Just a second. That little girl, isn't she so cute? I got her off of Pinterest, and it's not a painting, it's a doll. It's a picture, a photograph of a doll that this lady makes. And so let's see, isn't she just adorable? I want to get real close so you guys can see. Look how adorable she is. So I printed them in different sizes. I printed them in some little bit larger sizes also. Isn't she just adorable? Oh, that reminds me, I forgot that I needed to, just a second. I'm over here leaning over. I'm about to fall out of my damn chair. Okay. I made a whole bunch of copies of it. And actually what I did here is, I'll just explain this real quick. What I did is I did it in I have a couple different ones in different sizes of her work, which I just love. It was actually just a black and white photo. And I took a Jane Davenport colored pencil. She calls them wands, and I just made it in a nice light pink on the wings and here. So I love the black and white pictures, and just a little bit of it is colored in. So I just did that myself. So I think that turned out really pretty. And I meant to cut some of these out and use them as tags inside my planner. So I still have to do that. I forgot about that. You always have so much stuff, so little time. Okay, so that's how I finish this off. And then this right here is my little trinket thing hanging off the side. This I got at a garage sale, a bunch of them in a box. I think I probably got them for free. I thought, oh, that might look good right there, and it looks perfect. So I hope you guys see how I put this together. It is not hard. It is just, you know, first sewing all the pieces together like I did, like just scraps of fabric, or scraps of fabric with little bits of lace, and then just applying those down with hot glue, and then just start embellishing on top, and just collaging and collaging and collaging and collaging, and putting little bits and pieces in, and little trims, and until you get it to the way you like. And that's it. And below I will have the template of how you make how you start with the placemat, and how you create yourself a template like this, I will have that link of that video below so that you'll have that. So you know how to do that. And so you'll know how to punch the holes at the top and then put your elastic in so that you can put your, what do you call them? Your inserts in. Okay, so, oh, let me show you the back. And this is the back. I didn't embellish the back as much because I need the back to lay flat. But I did. And so like the base here, I told you I used a big, huge doily on the back as a base. And then I used the little fairy again. And I backed her with some burlap, another piece of fabric, and then the fairy. Oh, and I printed the fairy onto fabric. Okay, you guys, you have to look this up. I have a video on it too. If I can, I'll go back and I'll try to put that video below. This was like years ago. But anyway, you can just look up how to transfer pictures onto fabric with freezer paper. So just look that up on YouTube, and there's a bunch of videos on how to do it. It's not even hard. And when you attach some thin fabric, some thin like maybe sheets or thin muslin fabric to the freezer paper, by ironing it on there, it can go through your printer and then print onto fabric. So I know that sounds confusing, so look that up on the computer and you'll find a lot of videos on how to do that. And if I can try to find that video, like I said, it was like 3 or 4 years ago, I'll try to find that video and link it to this one. And then at the bottom here, and then at the top, I just put some pearl trim and some more trim here from my stash. I threw in some more of the cheeseclothy stuff here and there just to keep it really shabby. A little piece here, a doily piece, leftover doily piece, put a little button. And then right here, I love this. See that right there? That is, I stamped a piece of muslin or a little piece of fabric. I don't know if it was muslin or fabric. It doesn't matter. And I backed it with another piece of fabric and I sewed those together. And then before I hot glued this on, I threw some muslin down, or I threw some cheesecloth down. And then I put this on top of the cheesecloth. And before I did that, I stamped it, and it says, I have a stamp that says, what does it say exactly? It says Handmade with Love by Angie Bell, and it has www.myfairytreasures.etsy.com. That's my Etsy store, which I still have stuff in there. Anyway, so I love that because if I make something, if I make a card, I can stamp that. If I make something like this, I can stamp the fabric and make myself my own little tags. So that's a really fun thing to do. Okay, so let's get into this journal, or my planner, so I can show you what I did in the planner. Okay, inside, and the only thing I regret, kind of, is adding this piece here, because my planner doesn't lay flat because of that. So, but it's okay. When I work on my planner, what I'm going to use, and I'm pretty sure this will work, when I want to keep my planner open, I'll use these, and it'll keep it open flat so that I can work on my planner. So anyway, inside, what I did is I made a pocket here, and I told you guys how I made this little pocket. It was with the leftover placemat, like after you cut the placemat out, how I showed you guys in the last video. I just hot glued this on, put a little trim on it, did some little doilies, some more cheeseclothy stuff, a button, and then I laminated. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited. I ordered Graphic 45. This is the small version, but I also have the 8x8. I also have the 12x12, but this is the 8x8 right here. I think it's the 8x8, whatever. It's the Graphic 45 Fairy Dust, you guys. This paper pad is everything. I ordered the 12x12, the 8x8. I ordered stickers. I ordered all kinds of stuff, because I'm going to use the stickers in my planner. I'm so excited. But I'm also going to make a junk journal with this. So what I did is I ran some of the tags through my laminator. You guys have to do this. If you don't have a laminator, it is so easy. Just go to Target. They're 20 bucks, and you will love having a laminator. So I ran these tags through the laminator. Look how pretty the tags look because they've been laminated. And look how pretty these tags are. Oh, magical wings. So I just put some little pretties in my book just because it makes me happy. This one says, follow your dreams, believe in magic. I totally believe in magic. Love that. This one is Make a Wish. And it's a beautiful little fairy. I love it. This is a paper pad. I just tore off some of it so it's not too thick in my planner. This is a paper pad I picked up for 50 cents. It was in the $1.50 bins when they had this beautiful stuff like this at Michael's in the $1.50 bins, and they were clearancing them out. I bought them for 50 cents, the pads. And then, you guys, I bought, I'm not keeping this in here, but I bought these for 50 cents too. Aren't these journals beautiful? I cleaned house on those. I spent like 40 bucks and just bought like tons of stuff. So anyway, I don't have the full pad because I don't want it to be too thick. So I have that in there to take notes. Then I just took, these are other cards that I got from the 50-cent bin at Michael's a while back. They used to have some really beautiful stuff in there. And then these are some tags that I get for free at the Venetian, I believe it is. Yeah. And it's a show at the Venetian. And I just love, isn't that gorgeous? It's some like really old-fashioned show at the, called Baz at the Venetian. And, because I live here in Las Vegas. And, I love these. So whenever we go there, I always pick these up to throw into my junk journals or to throw into my planners or just for tags because they're so cool looking. I love those. Aren't those cool, you guys? I want to go see this show, too. It's called Baz, Star-Crossed Love. Looks really good. When we go see, I'm trying to think of the name of the group. What is the name of the group that we'd like to go see? We go and see them. We've seen them a lot of times. I'm trying to think what the name of the damn group is. They sing all. They're from Australia, and they sing nothing but Motown. It is so awesome, you guys. Dang it, I can't think of the name of the group. Human Nature. You guys come to Vegas, you have to go see this group called Human Nature. It's 4 guys from Australia. Smokey Robinson. They were already a boy band when they were younger, but they wanted to they needed to move up because, now they're older and they can't be a boy band anymore. Smokey Robinson heard them and got them their first gig in Vegas, and now they're at the Venetian, and they are fabulous. So, you guys, Human Nature, the Venetian, you have to see it. Okay, next thing. I wanted to make myself a, what do you call these? God, my mind, I'm at the end of the day, and my mind is just, like, going. Dashboard. I want to make myself a dashboard. Okay, so I want to make myself, this isn't the dashboard. This is a insert. Whew, my brain. See, this is an insert that I made. So this comes out, and it's folded, and I made this out of a file folder. Okay, so here's the outside of it. I took that fairy dust paper, and I put it down, and then I put the then I cut out a little fairy dust tag and put that on in the center. I think that looks really, really pretty. And then inside, like I said, I don't want to take it out, but you can see that it's an insert, and I made it from a file folder. So I cut the file folder to size, and then I just made some pockets, And how I make these pockets, see how they have a hinging, like they hinge, and you can stuff a lot in them, and they won't just like break open. I make these hinges by taking some 8x8 cardstock, putting it on a scoreboard, and scoring 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, all the way down, and then you cut them out like this, and now you have hinges, right? So you put the hinges on. This is what's going on underneath here. But you take the hinges, you use your score tape, and you put the hinges on like this and like this, and then this way that gives you a pocket that has some room to be able to really stuff it, and they don't break away from the surface so easily. Okay, let me know if you guys want me to do a video on how to make these pockets with the hinges. But a lot of people may know already. Anyway, this is some paper left over. I made a little tag, and I went ahead and laminated it. This is from Dollar Tree. I love these. These were like little boxes or something, but I cut them apart to make them into tags. And I think they still have them in the wedding section at Dollar Tree. You can also take, if you have some laces that you want to give somebody, or if you have some washi tape, you can washi tape them around. You can put laces around these. These are really nice. They're like little dress forms. Again, another tag from that, from the fairy dust line that I made a tag and I laminated it. And then whatever paper I had left over from whatever I cut out from this fairy dust paper, I made into bookmarks. And I laminated those and cut those. I just sliced them with my slicer. Well, whatever was left over. And then I kind of sliced them to make sure they're the size I wanted. And then I went ahead and laminated them. Aren't those fabulous? You guys, these make great little extra little gifts to throw in Happy Mail, to throw in giveaways, all kind of stuff. So, people love those bookmarks. When I've given those bookmarks out, people are like, oh my God, I love these bookmarks. Okay, then dashboard. I wanted to make a dashboard for the front of my calendar here, where I'm going to write everything in at. So, I went ahead and made myself my own, I'll take it out. I made myself my own insert, and simply what I did is I just took the fairy dust cardstock, cut it to size, and then also I cut out another from the fairy dust line, this little fairy, laminated her, used my score taped her onto the front of here. So now I have a dashboard. So this is shiny and very, you know, glossy, so that I can put anything on here as a dashboard. So if I want to put like some sticky notes on my dashboard, I can. I love the way this dashboard looks because it's this beautiful fairy. So I'm probably not going to put anything on top of this dashboard. Okay, so then what I did is in here I have my calendar. And I'll show you guys how I made my calendar sheets. I made them dirt cheap. And the reason I have this in here is because I'm going to decorate. And of course, I need to decorate for January. So I'll be doing that in my next video. But I want this, after I decorate, I want to put this in as a little flip. So I have a little flip in my thing. So that's why this is here. Okay? And then, so it's like that. And then at the end of my insert that I made, and I don't sew my inserts, and then that way I can take things in and out if I need to. They stay in just perfectly when I put it back in with the elastic band. And then in the back, this is a paper line. I can't remember the paper line, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I went ahead and laminated this one too, so I have another dashboard here. Okay? And then this is that other insert I was telling you about here, where it's just an insert for pockets, so that I have a bunch of extra pockets in my planner. And these right here I got from Daiso. Aren't they so cute? They look like little envelopes. So I just did that to decorate that. And then these are some tags back here. This is a card from Michael's. I got packs of cards for 50 cents. They're absolutely gorgeous. I'm almost out of them. I'm so sad. I just took it apart, made it into a tag. This is Jasmine from Aladdin, and I actually drew this and painted her and made them into little cards last year. And they say Happy Holidays. I just love Jasmine. I love how I made this one. So I just want to keep that in there. So in my pockets, I just put stuff in there that I love that makes me happy. These little bags, aren't they gorgeous? I got these from Daiso. So I just put that in there. I'll probably throw a couple little things in the bags. Okay. So let me put my insert back in here. Let me tell you how I made the inserts. Okay, let me put this back in. I love my planner. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, how I made these inserts. Okay, let me see where, hopefully I have it right here. Okay, at Target, they have this right here. It's called the Mini Planner Filler Pages. And in this filler pages, they have your monthly calendar, right? It's really made though for, it's really made for ones that for the binders, right? So what I did is I took it and put it together like this, and then put it in my copier and made one sheet out of it. And so, and I did it in black and white because I don't really want these colors. So I just did it in black and white on the lightest setting of darkness so that I didn't waste so much black ink, because this could waste a lot of black ink right here. Then what you have to do is you have to, after you do this, you have to then, once it prints out, once the paper prints out, you need to turn this over after it prints out and then print it on the other side. Now, I can't tell you how that all works with how you have to turn your paper to put your paper back into the printer, but just work with it and you'll figure it out with your printer. But I wanted to give you that idea. And this is a cheap way to get your calendar inserts or any of your inserts. This was only $3, you guys, for that whole pack of stuff. And then this way also, this paper is crap. from Target. You can get some nice printer paper at Walmart. Pay a little more, pay $6 or $7, and you'll get a thicker printer paper, so it'll be a lot nicer. Then, if you want to do this week, a week at a glance type of thing, so you can plan your week out. I don't do this. I only do it for the month. I like to just look at what I have going on for the entire month, and I work from here. And then what I do is I make, I'm trying to figure out how I do this, and then every day I make a daily list of what I need to do. So my list pad is really important. I just look at, what I do is I like to look at my month and say, look at my day on my calendar. Okay, this date here, the 1st. Let's just say, what is today? Monday? Yeah, Monday the 1st. And look and see if I have a bill due or whatever. And from there, I know what I have to do for the day, and I write my list out. That's how I like to work it. So I don't actually use a week at a glance like this, but they have it in this pack. So you can do the same thing. Put these together on your printer, print it out. If you like the color, do it in color. But I would do it in black and white, because then you want to be able to decorate. Even if it's in color, you can still decorate it. But you can decorate your pages, right? Then in the same planner, in the same package here, they have for notes. So you can also, if you want, have some notes at the back too of your thing. So you can make a whole nother insert of notes. So you'll make like, 10 of these. You'll fold it. And when you fold them, okay, after you have a full sheet, you fold it like this. It fits into, you do an 8.5 by 11 sheet of just regular printer paper. You fold it in half. Well, it fits perfectly into this binder. And the size of this binder is, because people are going to be like, what size binder are you making? The size binder I have is that if you could take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of just printer paper and fold it in half, that's the size. That's the size of the inserts that you need. This is 7 by like 9 1/4, something like that. But what this fits, it fits 8.5 by 11 folded sheet of paper. So that's the main thing you need to know. So, and the dimensions of and how to make my how to make this planner, the base out of the placemat, like I said, it will be below. Okay, so you can get this, like I said, at Target for $3. Isn't that a cheap way of being able to get these inserts, you guys, and making your own inserts and buying your bases? Because this can cost you a lot of money if you go on Etsy to get this kind of stuff. So, all right. So that's how I ended up with this right here. Okay. So it's printed, like I said, on both sides. See? So whenever I flip, it's always, see? So to accomplish this, you do have to print on both sides. Also, what I did is when I made the cover for my month-to-month insert, I went ahead and score taped the first page onto this, because otherwise it'll start off. You know what I'm saying? So I score taped it there, and the last one I score taped it here. Okay. All right. So I hope I was clear about that. If you guys have any questions, just leave them below, but I'm trying to be clear. Okay, did I go over this? Yeah, I went over this in the back. And then in the back, and then the back of this thing that I made into a pocket, it starts here, right? And it ends here. So I put it around, even around this insert here, and it ends up in the back. I made another pocket, and then the same way with the hinges and all of that. And then I have some more tags that I just put in here, little pretties, again, from that show downtown here in Vegas. And then from this pretty paper. This is from a really pretty paper pad too. And then I don't have the pad around. Oh yeah, I do. It's one that you get at Hobby Lobby. It's called, it's a Prima Rose Quartz paper pad. I love it. So gorgeous. So I made a tag out of that. Same thing when I made the pocket. That's the little tag I made from Michael's Cards. And then again from Dollar Tree. You find these in the wedding section. They're like little boxes or something. I took them apart. Okay, then I wanted to have a dashboard. I had a dashboard, but the dashboards I did have are pretty, and I don't want it like this one here or the one on the front. They're so pretty that I don't want to cover them up. So this little insert right here is the ones we got from Dollar Tree. The little sparkly notebooks, right? So now what I want to do is have a gratitude journal.